Hi, and welcome to Drive at Home. You know, this time of year, everybody's interested in skiing. Well, I got news for you. We have more beautiful white slope lines in this showroom than you're going to find on any ski mountain. I'm here with Christian Chahale, General Manager of Porsche of Clifton Park.
Absolutely. How are you?
Thank you for having us back.
Thank you for coming. Absolutely.
So when I asked you to put a 911 in the showroom, you had to trump me, right?
Absolutely.
You had to make sure we had a coupe, not only a regular coupe, but a special coupe.
That's right.
And also a Cabriolet.
That's right.
Well, I don't even know where to start. It's like a wealth of good things to go over.
Sure.
But let's start with the coupe, okay? As usual with Porsche, not revolutionary changes, evolutionary changes
Absolutely.
that really make a difference.
Yes.
You're the expert. Walk us through a couple of the evolutionary changes for this new generation.
Absolutely. What we're looking at here in both configurations is the 991 body style of the vehicle. And this is the newest generation. It was released in 2012. Both of these vehicles are 2013s. What you're seeing here and what's different from the previous generation, the 997, is going to be a little bit of size, a little bit of look. The overall size of the vehicle is about the same.
Right,
overall size.
Sure.
But there are differences, like I said, wider front track, longer wheelbase. It makes the wheels go further towards the corners, makes the vehicle perform better. You have a further slope here as far as the vehicle goes. It gives you not only that dynamic look that we're seeing right here, but at the end of the day, it aids in the coefficient of drag, which it has, which is about 0.3, which is one of the lowest in the industry.
Boy, you're telling me it is.
Absolutely.
You know, two things to that point. On the nose here, this front dam really is quite beautiful.
Absolutely.
And I noticed that it's kind of functions in two ways, right?
Of course.
Just explain that to us.
Well, there's a couple different things that it does here. It splits the air that goes underneath and over the car.
Right.
And if we were able to get underneath the vehicle, you would see that the whole undercarriage of the car is completely covered. So the air goes right underneath the vehicle. And then right here, as you can see, this little sloping indentation right here
pushes it up
pushes it up over, squats the vehicle down towards the ground, pushes it down, makes it slide through the air as aerodynamically as possible.
You know, the lines are so beautiful, I can't stop touching it.
Absolutely.
Interesting just here, park assist?
Park assist front and rear, so it has sonar on both the front and the rear, which is an option. Both of these vehicles do have it, and it allows you to really see what you can't see, which is nice.
Got you. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes.
Some really other nice options here. I know you, so I know the ones that you go for.
Yes.
The wheels are classic Christian wheels.
Yes, I love this wheel. This is the 20-inch Carrera Classic wheel. It's an option on the 911, 911 Coupe, 911 Cab, the S configurations, and any model of the 911 available. It is an upgraded wheel. It's a 20-inch wheel. It's just a beautiful looking wheel.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
Absolutely.
A couple of different finishes on this wheel as well, right?
Yes. You can have, well, this one specifically, as you're looking at right here, has your painted look with the silver finish, which is very nice. At different points, they do make a black painted finish. It's not currently available.
Right.
But this different wheel that you see right here, this is the Carrera Classic. This is what Porsche looks to be as their traditional wheel on the vehicles.
This particular coupe is a special coupe. And it has something to do with the roof.
That's right.
For which I have
an affinity to.
Yeah, exactly right.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this roof.
Absolutely. This specific vehicle has a glass roof. This is an option that goes in and out of production.
Right.
And it is a very special edition feature. We're glad to have it. This vehicle actually was a July vehicle for us that because we ordered this roof on, we did not receive the vehicle until November because the option goes in and out of production to keep it limited. You love your Targas. This has that similar feel. Not all the way. The roof does not necessarily retract all the way and give you that full open feel. However, it's very nice when you're inside. You could look up and you could see the stars without having to be open.
Yes,
which is nice, which is one of the things that I'm sure you like about the Targa.
I love that about the Targa. Just a couple of other features on the exterior with this particular Carrera. Again, that park assist in the rear.
Parking sonar front and rear, absolutely.
But you and I both know that when you do have a Porsche in front of you and you see four pipes,
you know what's there.
And that would be?
Absolutely, sport exhaust.
Sport exhaust.
Absolutely, and it's nice to have both vehicles here because you have a vehicle that does not have it and a vehicle that does.
Yes,
and you can see the difference. And obviously, in the 911 Coupe, the four pipes are only significant of a sport exhaust, whereas if you had an S, you have the four pipes with or without the sport exhaust package.
Right.
So you either have a 911 with a sport exhaust or you have a 911 Carrera S.
Good. automatic, electric?
Yes, it is an
Spoiler?
electric spoiler. It does come up at 75 miles an hour, or it can be manually actuated, which is in this case for demonstration purposes. And I think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
And if it's 75 miles an hour, you hit that in your driveway? 75 miles an hour. Okay, just
Which you
checking.
can. Which you can.
Well, not exactly the ugly stepsister.
Not at all.
One might know.
Not at all.
As I think we referred to it before, the beautiful sister or something like that.
That's right. It's a good-looking family.
I can't believe you did this. So here is the exact same car,
Yes.
but the Cabriolet.
Yes.
Option similarly, right?
Option similarly, a couple of differences. Obviously, we were talking about how this vehicle was special with the glass roof. This
Right.
vehicle is special with the Carrera S wheels painted in black.
I know, I
Also,
saw that.
another feature that goes in and out, and I like to do it, and our customers love it when they see it. Just the beautiful contrast between black and white. It's almost like good and evil. Black wheels, black top, black
I know.
interior, white exterior, black trim. So it really is a great color combination. It looks very sharp.
It really stands
Yes.
out. Look, big thing to talk about here is this convertible top.
Yes.
Brand new, all new for this year.
All new for this
Why don't
year.
you just walk through some of the differences?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What you're going to see here is it's a magnesium paneled roof, which is what gives it its strength and structure. When it closes, you actually notice that it gives you the same silhouette as the coupe.
Right.
Whereas in the past, there was a kind of a dome difference, so it wasn't necessarily the same silhouette, whereas now you do have the same silhouette.
Well, you
The
think
pieces-
about where the 356 started. It looked
Exactly.
like somebody put a tuna can
Just
on top of the car.
Exactly.
I know.
So there was the car's come a long way, and then the tops especially. And this top is nice because when it's closed, you really feel
It
like
is
you're in a coupe.
exactly the roof line of
Absolutely.
the coupe,
Yes.
which is an amazing achievement.
Absolutely.
How about the wind deflector?
The wind deflector is nice, whereas in previous models on the 997, 996, it was a snap-in piece.
That's right.
One thing that you'll notice here, and we'll demonstrate that in a second, it's an electrically folding unit, which is very nice. When it's out of the way, you don't even know it's there. And it comes right up, and it works perfectly. The car, when you drive the car with or without the deflector up, it drives fantastic. But with the deflector up, it's it really reduces all wind buffeting, and it's a
It's
great
the buffeting,
feature.
and don't underestimate that.
Absolutely.
When you're riding, you want to have a conversation in a
Of
car,
course.
Porsche or anything.
Of course.
If you have a wind deflector like this, it really does make a difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Good. Okay, you know what we need to do, because the cars are so similar, is take a good look at the interior.
Absolutely.
I want to point something out.
Please.
You know me.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I noticed when you opened the door before, when you talk about sculpted lines,
Yes.
did you notice at the bottom of the door is that ever slight lip?
That's right.
To make certain that it absolutely matches the rocker panel
Yes.
design.
Yes.
I mean, my God, Christian, it's unbelievable.
Absolutely.
What I always loved, of course, is the Carrera
Yes.
plate.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you certainly totally
Yeah,
do know.
absolutely.
As if you
sure.
need a reminder,
That's right. That's right.
Well, why don't you walk us through the interior?
Absolutely,
Or
absolutely.
sit us through the interior.
We could get in. Oh, sorry about that. Get into the vehicle, and you're going to notice a lot of
Familiar.
familiar
Right.
cues. However, you notice how they've evolved. Like you were saying before, nothing revolutionary, all evolutionary.
That's right.
And that's what you see with these vehicles. You're always going to see your 5-pod cluster or 3-pod in the Boxster, and that keeps you knowing what you're in. You have obviously your TAC in the center with your digital speedometer, which is very nice, along with your gear display right there. One of the nice features of these vehicles currently is the nice TFT display that you have right next to it. And when you turn on the vehicle,
Now that allows you to have not only information displays like tire pressure
course.
and fuel consumption and a lot of those things, but you can actually take the nav screen
Absolutely.
and run it into that.
and you could put it right there, and you could see exactly what you're doing. This way you keep your eyes forward all the time. You can, there's still the school of thought that likes to look at the navigation screen, and you can still do that. I mean, you still have that option.
Right, sure.
You can look at it right on your main screen. However, some people like to be in their tuner, going through their media if they have an auxiliary plugged in, or a USB, an iPod, MP3 player, telephone, different things, car functions, like to see your travel time, distance, consumption. These are all interchangeable. So you could see
right.
something like this. You could see it on your main screen, trip computer, a tire pressure monitor, a vehicle display, audio, what's playing right now, if your telephone's hooked up, who you're speaking to, how long you've been speaking to them. It's very interchangeable. It's very
I
cool.
just love the fact that they were thinking of
Sure.
the driver, that the driver really does want to keep their eye
absolutely.
on the road and
Absolutely.
on the TAC.
Oh, absolutely.
And the fact that that nav is right there, and you don't have to take your eyes away from that
Sure.
cluster, really means something.
Oh, of course it does.
So much is familiar about this interior, yet so much is different too.
Absolutely.
This design on the door is evolutionary, but absolutely beautiful.
Sure.
Controls for all the power windows and mirrors canted
Yes.
toward the driver
Yes.
ever so slightly to
Yes.
make it just that much easier to get
Absolutely.
to. I'm really a fan of this trim.
Absolutely.
It's sort of matte finish aluminum, which matches the sport design steering wheel perfectly.
Absolutely.
Should we note the true paddles?
Absolutely.
No
This vehicle,
buttons.
no buttons. Buttons are still available for those who still like the buttons, because there's still the school of thought that loves them. However, the paddles, this is the way of the future.
I
So
think
everybody
you're right
loves
about that.
the paddles.
Something about this PDK transmission, no matter where you read about it, whether it's a review, a test drive,
Sure.
or whatever, whenever they say the word PDK, they put an exclamation
Absolutely.
point next to it.
No,
This is some transmission.
This is a fantastic transmission. It's a benchmark in the industry as far as double clutch transmission goes. It's not a conventional torque converter automatic as most vehicles which have an automatic have nowadays. It is a dual clutch manual with automatic shifting. This is technically a manual transmission that has a computer that can think for it, that shifts itself. When you have it in manual mode, you truly are shifting your own
That's
gears.
right.
You truly are shifting your own gears. It's not necessarily just, let me hit it and let's wait for the vehicle to see, is it time, is it not? This, you shift a gear, you shift a gear.
Because nothing's worse in these kinds of transmission than that delay.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think they had it down to like 0.2 of a
Absolutely.
second or
Absolutely.
something. I mean, that's
It's close.
phenomenal. Key on the left.
Key on the left. This vehicle specifically does have the entry and drive system as a little bit different from the vehicle that we had next to it. This, you keep the key in your pocket, you get into the vehicle, it senses that you have it. This little unit right here, turn it on and off.
Great.
You never have to take the key out.
Key gets turned on with the left, so the right hand is free
Absolutely.
to...
Right hand is free to shift, or
Shift,
in this
that's right.
particular case, just drive.
Right, gotcha. Point out some of the features on the console.
Absolutely. You know, the nice thing about this console as compared to the previous generations is where it slopes towards you as opposed to away from you. So that's one of the bigger differences where customers who've had the 996s, 997s get in, they're like, oh, this feels a little bit different. It feels like it makes a little bit more sense. How it's sloped towards you makes you feel like you're in a cockpit. And one thing that you notice here, and it's all reminiscent of the Carrera GT, when we did the walk around on the Boxster, on the Panamera, you notice this similar configuration
Right.
where it slopes
The
towards
slopes,
you.
right.
This is a Porsche specific. This is their configuration that they want to put into all of their vehicles to keep it the same. Whether you're driving a Panamera, Cayenne, Boxster, Cayman, or 911, you're going to get into the car and you're going to know what to use and where to use it. The switch gear is all similar. The buttons are all similar. Some vehicles may have a couple more buttons than others in certain configurations, whether they have a Sport Chrono package with Sport Plus buttons,
Yeah,
air
sure.
suspensions, different things like that. But the nice thing about it is it keeps the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning separate
Right.
from your Porsche Communication Management System, which is
right.
separate from your performance section right here.
Yeah.
And it really, at the end of the day,
You know, one other thing I notice about it is that there's a button per function.
it is one button per function, yes.
So you don't have to go looking through a menu
Of course.
to try to find the option or
Absolutely.
punch the option in or out that you want.
There's the school of thought that says that less is more. However, less sometimes is more confusing.
Right.
When you have less buttons, but each button does 100 things,
Right.
it's difficult to figure out. But when you know what button you're hitting and what it's going to do, and how it's only going to do the one thing,
Right.
then you know exactly
Then you
what to
know where
hit.
to go.
Exactly.
We are almost out of time here, but let's do one thing. We have to show this top going up and
Yes.
down in
And-
real time.
And the 13 seconds that it takes, absolutely. And it speeds up to
Well, I'll leave
31.
that to you.
It
You
speeds
go
up
for
to
it.
31 miles an hour. You can open and close the top. And as you see,
I have never seen a convertible top do this.
absolutely.
This is an exact replica of the coupe line.
Yes.
Does not get any nicer
No,
than
it's
that.
absolutely beautiful. And when you see the roof lining on the inside, and you actually touch the roof lining on the inside, it's a coupe.
That's right.
It's a coupe. You're not in a rag top where it's buffeting around. You're actually in a coupe. And you know, to put it down, it's just as easy.
Think of the technology that goes into something that's so seemingly simple as what you just did with a push of a button.
It's quite advanced.
I've never seen anything like
Absolutely.
it.
And
I really
then,
haven't.
like we were saying before about the wind deflector, touch of a button.
Right, got it. Boy, Christian, this has been some walk around.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you that. It you know, and we have a treat for you as well, because we were here for the grand opening, and we shot a lot of footage and a lot of car guys,
Absolutely.
and
It was
it was
fantastic.
a wonderful day.
That was fantastic.
So you stay tuned, and we'll show you that grand opening.
We're here today to celebrate the new facility. From the time that we've met and we've been doing everything that we've had going on, we've had a facility that was under construction. The construction's done.
Right.
So we're here to celebrate with our customers, show them the new facility, and celebrate it, because it's a big celebration, not just for us, for the brand. It's a celebration for everybody. We're excited about it, and here it is. It's looking beautiful.
So what can we expect today? Just a bunch of Porsche owners talking?
Absolutely. Bunch of car people.
That's
Not
right.
just Porsche owners. People are bringing out their exotics, hand belts, anything that they have that's important to them, that's special to them.
Right.
That's what they're bringing. People are just excited. So they're excited about us, excited about the brand, and really just excited to get out and show their cars and hang out with car people like to do.
You know, I really have to compliment you. Porsche of Clifton Park has now become the epicenter
Absolutely.
for car guys.
Absolutely.
I can't believe the cars that you've got out and back that
Of
Frankie
course.
you're working on.
Absolutely.
You know, and a bunch of the new stuff that's coming in.
Oh, sure.
And everybody wants a car. I even unwrapped mine today.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, you know, we're in November now.
Of
but,
course.
You know, it's
Hey, that's all right. It's November, but it's sunny.
Great fun to drive, yeah. There's nothing like it. I have a BMW M3 convertible, which is a beautiful car, and I have to say, that's a 2005 with almost no mileage on it, and really, it's more fun to drive the '98 Boxster with 200 horsepower, and I think the M3 has 333. So it's the way the car handles.
Well, for my daily driver, I'm driving a Cayenne GTS 2013, and probably my fourth one since they came out in 2003. And what I find is it's the best blend of utility and sport, you know. And nothing like a Porsche. I also drive a 911 GT3 that's that I put on the track and so forth. So you know, they're very reliable and they're just fun.
We actually have an 06 Cayman S, but we have had the Carrera on the track as well. I've had it at Watkins Glen. And right off the street, you can just put them on the track and learn how to drive them to the way Porsche designed them.
So before, when I was standing over there talking, over my shoulder, I see one of the rarest cars pulling into the lot, a 904, but something was unusual about it. It was awfully quiet. So I found the owner, come to find out that we know each other. So, hi, Dwayne.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing just fine.
Good, great.
And what a great day we've got today. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here.
I know. So tell me about this 904.
well-
Why is it so quiet?
Well, this car is the second electric EV that we built. The first one was a Spider 550.
Oh, no kidding.
Which was a little roadster, and the
James Dean.
Yeah, right. The
Porsches,
James Dean
people
car,
usually
right?
refer to
Very,
it.
very
Right.
famous for that.
Yeah.
And I actually sold that car to the mentor who taught us how to build these EVs. And the 904 was always interested us. So I'm kind of a coupe guy.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to buy this is a replica of a 904, of course. Well, this is a DC series motor. The first car we built was a AC three-phase induction motor, and this one has a little more battery pack. I drive it every day. I drive it to work.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The beauty of being able to put it on the track is I don't get tickets. A lot of people, especially with a red Porsche, they go, how many tickets have you gotten? Well, I haven't gotten any, because when I feel the need to really go fast and test its limits, I put it on the track.
I really like the Caymans. They're my favorite because they're a little bit different than a 911. You know, the back, the way the back is sloped.
Cool.
They're great cars. I grew up with them. I love them.
Today's kind of an open house.
Absolutely.
Shake out the carpet
course,
or whatever
of
you
course.
call it. And then in the spring, we'll probably do a big grand opening.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Springtime's going to be a beautiful grand opening. You know, similar to what we have going on here. However, springtime people have their cars out. It's going to be even bigger. Right now, if anybody has their cars out, they're bringing them out. So it's shaping up to be quite a car show. Kind of a end of the season sort of shindig that we're having here.
They're a nice car. They're very smooth. They maintain. They're pretty quiet at speed. I've had a lot of other cars, Jaguars and things like that, and the Porsche just the handling. I think is really what does it, and it's a very controlled acceleration.
But I found a buddy of mine, Peter Bardunias. How
Hello,
you doing,
Jesse.
Peter?
Very good, very good.
It's great to see you.
Oh, it's awesome to be here.
Peter runs the Southern Saratoga Chamber of Commerce. And so what's going on at the Chamber?
Oh, we have a lot going on right now. It's a very busy time. Our chamber has had substantial growth this year, and look at all the new businesses springing up. And we're standing at one of them here, where Porsche here, a new country Porsche of Clifton Park, is just sprouting all over with really exciting vehicles, and there's a lot of festivity in the air, even in late autumn. We've had businesses large and small springing up throughout southern Saratoga County, and it's really been a lot of fun to get around there and visit them all.
Well, you know what's special about this dealership, of course, is this is car heaven.
Yes.
It doesn't get any better for this if you have that car curse.
I can see the smile on your face. You are enjoying this immensely. All these vehicles, there's a lot of hardware standing behind us.
So I see you have the Southern Saratoga Chamber map.
Yes, I do. This is our brand new one.
Is it just coincidental that Porsche of Clifton Park is on the back?
Well, we were very fortunate to have them be a major supporter. Both New Country Toyota across the street and New Country Porsche, they went in together on this. And we're really excited to have them as partners. We have 15,000 of these maps in circulation, and we're excited that they'll be helping people find their way around, maybe for the first time in this community.
I love it.
Frankie Viva's been in the business as a mechanic and doing maintenance on cars for probably longer than most of us have been alive, and he knows the older cars in and out. He understands older engines and how they work. He understands the intricacies of cars, and he has a great feel for feeling out a problem when it's not an obvious situation. And again, they're very, very good with how they handle you when you have your car here for service.
So I was hoping that somebody would drive a GT here today. GT is the top of the line of the Porsches right now. And sure enough, I'm wandering around. I found one and I found the owner. Eitan, how are you?
Right.
My name is Jesse.
Jesse, pleasure meeting you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
How long have you had the car?
Oh, since 2005.
Really? When it came out? So you were
Came
one of the
out.
first ones to get one?
Fortunately or unfortunately, yes.
Yes, no, I got it. How do you like it?
It's an amazing car. It's a little rough for me, but they said that's the way they should behave.
Yes,
Those
right.
close to a Formula One vehicle. It's very noisy, but it's an awesome vehicle. There's no question about that.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, we're talking about a V10 inside this Porsche, and it just, I mean, I didn't hear it come in, but boy, does it sound amazing.
Yeah.
And it's got this removable top. You ever take it off?
Absolutely. It's nice and easy. It comes off very easily.
Yes.
But very difficult to store it in the trunk up
Yes,
front. You have to follow
right.
the instruction to the letter, otherwise it just doesn't fit. So it takes about 25 minutes the first time. Second time around, it's a little faster.
So don't get caught in a storm.
That's right.
Yes, I know. Or at least have a bridge
Right,
nearby.
right.
I also really love the silver color too. Did you pick this color out?
Yes, I did. I remember ordering it silver, and I liked it. Yeah, it's nice. Unfortunately, I ran a red Ferrari, but they didn't have it available, so I bought a silver Ferrari. But
Oh, I like that silver Ferrari. Which Ferrari?
Modena,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, 2004.
Beautiful. And you got this in 2005, which I
Yes,
think was the
yeah.
initial year they came out.
That's the only year.
Yes,
That's the
okay.
only year, yes. I had to wait about 6 months.
Yeah, sure.
It was, they had a deal there, I believe, $50,000 deposit with no refund. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of
hello.
those hot deals.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, you can't wait to get in there, right?
Right.
But again, just congratulations,
Well,
because this is
thank
one of
you.
the rarest cars, and it's a real beauty. Thanks
Thank
a lot
you, yeah.
for talking with us.
Well, once you get it up to the limit, your next thought is, where are the cops? But yeah, it's the roar of the car. It's just it's a great feeling. Nothing like a Porsche.
So that particular day in the fall was like a summer day.
Absolutely.
Everybody had their cars out.
Sure.
And as we experienced at the Auto Museum for the unveiling of the Boxster,
Yes.
when you call, they come.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic day. We had over 200 of our friends that came, you know, and the original showing where you and I spoke, I think I said celebrate way too many times, but that's what it was. It was a big celebration. Everybody came. They brought their cars out. It was the middle of November. It was a beautiful sunny day. We ate, had a great time with friends. Everybody saw everybody's cars, and a lot of the vehicles that you would have never thought would still be out in November, they came. So it was a fantastic time.
I know. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jesse.
For inviting us
No,
back.
not a problem. Thanks
and
for having
taking
us.
a look at these cars.